So, after 25 years of working with churches to launch capital campaigns, if there's one thing I've noticed from pastors, they're asking themselves the question, how do I get ready for a capital campaign? Ideally, you should begin your pre-planning 6 to 12 months out in front of your campaign kickoff. That's why I put together this church capital campaign 5-step pre-planning checklist to get you moving on your journey. That's the plan for this video series, so let's take a look. Hey, what's up? This is David Cassie, and this channel is all about helping you share the vision and to raise maximum funds for your projects. In this video series, I want to go over the beginning steps to help you as a pastor to raise maximum funds for your ministry's success. Here are the 5 steps. Number 1, getting started. Commit to a foundation of faith for your campaign. Step 2, financial discipleship. We're going to talk about the difference of stewardship versus generosity giving. Number 3, adopt a God-sized vision. We're going to ask you to write it down and to paint the picture. Number 4, count the cost. We're going to talk about the capability of people to give versus what their tendency to give is. Step 5, campaign design. We're going to talk about the calendar, but also all the pre-planning that needs to go in place for your capital campaign way before you step out on kickoff Sunday. Okay, just a word of warning here. I do not recommend you taking these 5 steps and consolidating them down into just 2 weeks. All right? This is something that's going to take a lot of planning. That's why I say you really need to be 6 to 12 months out in advance of your campaign launch to use these processes. Get the things in place that you know you're going to need to get your congregation ready before you ever step out on kickoff Sunday. So let's get right into it and talk about the first step. Step 1, getting started. We're going to commit to a foundation of faith in this process, in this capital campaign. It's not about the bricks and mortar or the projects or even the ministry initiatives. It's really about, first of all, an attitude of faith before the Father and before God to say, God, we're going to trust you through this. We're going to extend ourselves in ways through the process that we're going to use our faith. And I think God will honor that first and foremost. James 2:17 through 20 says, focus on what God wants to do. God's blessing to those who exercise faith. So, important deal. Let's commit ourselves to a foundation of faith. But let's also talk about vision. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. You know, I see this verse many times over the years, and I like to kind of say it a little bit different. Another way to think about it is, where there is a vision, the people flourish. You know, it's my experience that people are looking for someone to get behind that does have vision. There is strength in numbers, and I believe that when people come together, you have something that you cannot do individually, but you can do as a group, having faith, seeking God, and seeing His direction for the things that need to happen for your church. So next up, I want to talk about congregations and the vision. You know, there's about 20 to 30% of people that would say, yeah, Pastor, I'm in. I mean, these are the pillars of the church, the people that are just bought into the whole deal. And pretty much when the pastor says jump, they jump. And that's a good thing, okay? God is bringing an alignment with the people and the pastor and the vision of the church with the leadership. There's also about 40 to 50% that say, yeah, sounds great, but can you tell me more? I kind of want to know, what is this going to allow us to do better than we're doing now? How much is it going to cost? And is this the end game? Are we done when we do this? Or is there more long-term that we need to be thinking about in a master plan or ministry objectives and things like that? So that 40 to 50%, they're in, but they just kind of want to know a little more. Show me. Don't just tell me. 10 to 20% say, no, I don't see it. I love the people. I love the pastor, but I'm just not quite in agreement that this is the best path for us to go down right now. So I am going to have to stretch my faith on this one, guys. So you're going to have people that are way bought in. You're going to have a bigger portion of your church that says, hey, I love it. Show me more. What are we talking about here? What are some of the details? And then you got a smaller percentage that says, man, I just can't get there. Or I'm going to have to be in faith on it as we move through this process. A big vision is going to take big faith. And we want to focus on the process that this is about life change as a result of the ministry of the church. It's not about the project or all the details so much per se, but let's start out in committing to a process of faith, and that life change is going to be the pillar. It's going to be the strength that propels our church forward in any vision that we have to go forward on. Now, part of the path and strategy for the church is, of course, going to be projects. It's going to be facilities, things that you're going to need to facilitate the ministry that's going to go forth from the church. So yes, we're going to need projects. We're going to need to get some things in place to move forward in all the areas of our ministry and the vision. So we can't discount the fact that it's going to take things. It's going to take buildings. It's going to take processes, finances. It's going to take commitments to bring the support needed to make those vision projects come about. So setting the course is a faith-filled journey. If you're liking what you're hearing so far, check out in the description below a download for a PDF version of these 5 steps we're talking about. Now, this leads right to the next step, number 2 in the Church Capital Campaign pre-planning checklist, financial discipleship. Here we're going to be talking about the difference between stewardship giving and generosity giving. It's a good one. So if you'd like this information, you want to watch the next video, click or tap the screen now to get started on that, or you can watch another video from the 3 Dream Studios channel. So if you can dream it, you can do it. I'm excited about helping you share the vision in our next video.